with the big.
No, I didn't want to put too much heat into the casting, so I just wanted to...
Oh yeah, that's a typical excuse, alright.
Look, it's not going to fall off.
Very safety conscious here.
You look like Ali G with the glasses.
We have a shot.
Right, so we have the head all prepared. 4 new valves, all new valve stem oil seals. All the valves are ground in. We have it nice and shiny as I give it a good cleaning. So the next thing I have to do is clean down this block properly. I did clean it there when I took the car apart initially, but just going to give it another sanding now again. Usually you don't bother taking off any of the gunk and stuff that's stuck to that. A lot of that carbon actually helps seal up the piston a little bit better, especially on a high mileage car. I wouldn't bother taking any of that off. Right, that'll do me nicely. I'll just blow out any of that dust, wipe it down, maybe clean it with a bit of carb cleaner, and then we're ready to get this head back on.
So you try.
Line up the dowel.
You try and line up the dowel.
Oh no, I'll get a go to that grip of it.
What?
Finger.
Just hold it there. This is not a good car. Where's the socket?
Now, fitting the rocker shaft is handy enough. It can only go one particular way in these cars. If you put it the other way, it's very obvious that you'll be wrong. So you don't have to worry about that. And you do have to be careful with these bolts because they're actually hollow to allow oil to pass through them. So a hollow bolt obviously is not near as strong as a solid one, so you could wring those off very easily or do harm to them. So you have to be very careful when you're screwing these down. Right, so I got a brand new Gates timing belt, so I'm going to fit it on. There's directional arrows on the timing belt, and generally when you put it on, if you put it on this way, you want to be able to read the writing from this direction as opposed to putting it on that way. But with the directional arrows it doesn't make any difference. But I'm just going to fit this belt on, put it around the bottom pulley first, then up around the water pump and onto the camshaft. That's the belt on, so just going to check that it's definitely lined up with all the marks. It's extremely awkward to do this because I have to pull the tension on it and tighten the nut at the same time. But you can see that's the action there that gives the tension on the belt by pulling the special tool around. So I just have to tighten up that nut while I'm doing this, but it is very difficult to do it. Right. I'll just give it a turn now by hand, just with a ratchet. Belt is on and tensioned and the rocker shaft is secured down, so right, so a little bit of sealer around the top of the rocker cover. It's no harm. I have a new gasket anyway. Right, we'll just see what happens. Okay, that runs fine. I probably have the drive belt for the power steering pump too tight because it's whining, and definitely the tappets are way out because they're rattling like mad even when it's no rev on it. But it's all timed up perfectly. It started very well, it seems to run very well. So I'd say we're on to a winner. Right, so a bit of an update on Project Budget Motoring. Car is running fine now. I just have it in for an oil change there. Since I rebuilt the engine, I just drove it maybe about 10 miles or 15 miles, that's it. And I'm going to change the oil and filter in it now. Everything is fine. There was a few bulbs gone. You have a wheel bearing gone here by the sounds of it. It's not a big job really, stick a wheel bearing in the back of one of these. We do have a hole in the exhaust as well, unfortunately. So I did a small little economic repair right there. It'll do for the moment, it'll be okay. I will have to get a whole new exhaust for it if I want to keep driving it, I suppose, or a second-hand one somewhere. But it's going well, and it's absolutely full of absolutely free fuel, which is great. Yeah, thanks to Owen for the free fuel.